Well, it's a reality that most women in India face on a daily basis. Harassment on the streets, whether it's a bus, a mall, a market or a shop. Every day, this shameful harassment is faced by lakhs of women. Many don't say anything and just move on. But that's now beginning to change. Women are not keeping quiet anymore. And in this campaign on our program, What's Your Choice?, we're asking people to stand up for women and stop this harassment. In these clips that we are about to show you, extracts from the show, you'll see how people reacted to our actors. First, in this video from Delhi Heart.
Our actors and our hidden cameras are in Delhi Heart for this act. Ravi from the What's Your Choice team is pretending to look for some fun by insisting on a conversation with Priyanshi, who is also our actor and is clearly waiting for someone.
No, I just thought you were sitting alone, so I thought probably this.
And I'm waiting for someone.
Sorry?
I'm waiting for someone.
Nice dress.
Excuse me?
Nice dress, I said. So, you want me to order something for you?
No, thank you.
Sure?
Yeah.
Our actor is relentless in his pursuit. Watch what he does next.
What are you doing?
Just wanted to keep it for memory's sake.
Are you deleted from your phone?
क्या वो कुछ नहीं
क्या कर रहे हैं आप? क्या दिखाइए मुझे अपना फोन दिखाइए.
क्या है इसमें? आप नाराज क्यों हो रहे हैं? चल रिलैक्स.
आपको तमीज नहीं है कि आपकी उम्र दिख रही है आपको?
What did I say to you?
What did I say to you? You clicked my picture on your phone. Are you crazy? आप अपनी मेरी फोटो हटाइए अभी. मैं फोन फेंक दूंगी आपका. मेरी फोटो हटाइए अभी यहाँ से.
What do you want to see?
I don't want to see anything. You just clicked my picture. Delete my picture. आप मेरी टेबल से हटिए. What is happening? He came and sat on my table and then he clicked my picture from his phone.
Excuse me, can you please show it?
There's nothing here.
Can you please show it in case there's nothing?
I'm talking
Do you
to
want
her.
us to call up the police?
I'm talking to her.
हाँ,
जी आप अपनी जगह पे जाके बैठिए. मैंने आपसे कहा आप यहाँ पे बैठ सकते हैं.
Can you please show your phone?
There's nothing in the phone. What is the phone?
I saw him clicking my picture and then
You want me to gather people here and make a scene?
What?
Do you want to create a scene?
What did I say to her?
Can you show your phone? In case you don't have anything, can you show your phone?
Listen, I was sitting
Guys,
here.
can you please come? We need your help. Can you please come? इन्होंने इनकी फोटोग्राफ खींची है और अपना फोन नहीं दिखा रहे और उनकी टेबल पे आके जबरदस्ती आके बैठ रहे हैं. एक्टिंग स्मार्ट. फोन दिखाइए अब आप.
मैं यहाँ पे बैठी हुई थी. फालतू में आके बैठ रहे हैं.
फोन दिखाइए आप.
And you were alone.
I was alone. I was sitting here waiting for a friend. He came and sat next to me. And then he's talking to me, telling me my dress is nice. He's asking me where I'm from.
Just relax.
Sorry?
Don't worry. Relax.
Make yourself clear. There is no. What do you want to see? Tell me. I didn't take any picture. Yeah, is there a picture?
You did not just sit here. You were trying to make a pass at me.
Oh, come on. I mean, this is what you are sitting alone here. I was like this. I just thought about like, you were company here.
Can you just take his phone and see in case he's get the picture?
Just show the phone to her. That's it. Ensure that's it. Clean yourself and go out.
Don't force us to slap you. Don't force us.
Okay. Show the phone and go out. That's it, man. Why are you making scene of yourself? Yeah, show everybody that.
No, don't take the phone like that. What?
Yeah, we are not putting on. You just
I
show
saw
the
the camera. I saw the camera was on in his phone.
And even at the
Forget it, यार.
Don't forget it.
पुलिस को बुला सकते हैं यहाँ पे.
Yeah.
Get a side wheel and
बहुत हो गई सर इंग्लिश यहाँ पे ना. 2 मिनट का काम है ये सारी हालत.
हाँ.
समझ आई आपको? 2 मिनट का.
मैं
लिहाज कर रहा हूँ सर. मैं आपकी बात लिहाज कर रहा हूँ. हाथ आपने लगा दिया. सब हो गई. सब आपको आराम से समझा रहे हैं. Guilty conscious आप एक बात के नहीं हो. There is no harm in you yanking on any of these tables. But when somebody is not comfortable, it means that you need to take a back step.
Okay, I'll walk off then.
No, you'll have to show your phone now.
Damn, apologize.
Apologize for what? What did I say?
Apologize for making her uncomfortable.
What did I say to her?
Stepping beyond you.
मैंने क्या बोला?
कुछ नहीं होता इंग्लिश में फोन दिखा फोन दिखा.
नहीं आराम से आ रहा है तो फिर मैं वो दूसरी भाषा भी है ना सर.
Why?
It's now time to reveal our cameras.
See, we were not aware of this incident being of what it is, but so much of this going on around. I mean, we are full to capacity. I mean, I cannot tolerate anything happening. I don't know how I was able to hold myself back. I would have given it to this guy despite of him having grey hair. Honestly. So I mean, it's high time, like, people don't take these things for as in granted and be a bystander to it. People doing this should be aware that they'll be knocked down in case they're caught doing it. I mean, that's how.
See, the way he was reacting, he was not afraid at all. And people are not afraid when they're doing some crime or something these days. So you need to, call people, call them for help so that even those guys are aware and even he gets scared that, he's surrounded by people and he cannot just move out.
उस टाइम what I was मैंने इसको ये बोला कि यार हम देखते हैं, बट देन बाद में हमें फील होता है कि चले जाते तो सही रहता. तो मैंने कहा हम देखते हैं, इससे बेटर कि बाद में रिग्रेट करें, चलते ही हटाओ.
I've seen sometimes over there. I've even gone there and even I've got slapped 2-3 times for that. But yeah, sometimes you have to sacrifice yourself for saving someone else. That's it. That's the main thing that I do.
Well, that was just an extract, one of our clips. We're going to play out a couple more for you, but we have a young audience here in the studio with us, young students from Delhi, and I just want to get your first reactions. This young lady's taken the mic first. What did you think?
That video actually made me happy because a lot of people came forward to help her. And a lot of times I have been in that position and nobody came to help. But in that case, a lot of people have came to help that girl. So it makes me happy.
Like, where did this happen with you? Where did you try to raise an alarm, or like did you try to say anything to the guy and nobody came?
No, I got afraid. I was really young. I called my aunt and she threatened him to call the police. Then he said sorry and then he left.
So this was a pleasant surprise to you that people came forward.
Yeah, actually.
Interesting. Anyone else? This young lady, can someone pass the mic to her? Yeah.
But the irony is, if you observe, that lady came first and all others were just staring at her and them who were making this scene, and that lady had to proactively ask people or invite people to walk in.
Yeah.
But otherwise everybody was just enjoying the scene or probably just staring at, and that's probably the...
But they did speak up later.
They did, but after that lady provoked everybody and a lot of them and a lot of people gathered. But no, it should have been a provocative. It should have been like really quick instead of delaying for so long and being waiting for an invite.
But would some of you say that this is actually? Let me ask this boy that would you say that? I don't remember. I mean, I generally think of Delhiites in particular. Forgive me. That people don't want to intervene. किसी और के problem में. People want to walk away from a situation. So this came as a surprise to me as well, that they wanted to try and help her.
The problem is like the Delhi peoples are like pehle aap.
They wait for someone else to do it.
They are like if I intervene, so I will be मुझे slap पड़ेगा. So it's like that. कोई पहले जाए, then I will be interviewing them. So it's like that particular girl in came, and then the boys were like, okay, I will come. But so that's the problem in Delhi.
I just want to ask, I mean, this young lady here, for instance, like, you live in Delhi, do you face this kind of harassment a lot, even today? I mean, when you're on the street, when you're at a shop somewhere, do you face this on a regular basis?
Yes, especially at night I have experienced this lot of things.
Especially at night?
These boys, they pass and they comment.
So that's something that's very common. I mean, yes. Any of the young men want to comment on that? Yeah. So just take the mic. Yeah.
Actually, ma'am, the people's living in Delhi NCR trying to become over smart, and they are trying to show and that the girl is in a problem, they won't save her. They are going to enjoy there, and I am telling to the all over the India that if in case any kind of these problems occurs in any city, either it is Delhi, Mumbai or some any else, so all of the guys remaining here, standing over there should help and provide a necessary requirement as per problem is there, and try to resolve as soon as possible and inform the police. So
Did
that
you think in this video the guys were a little reluctant, as she was saying, to come forward, that they only came when the lady was kind of making a noise?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, people's the male candidates and people trying that if I will go first, then the people whenever a police will be coming there, then the question will be only for me. Ma'am, we have to inform at these kind of situations.
Okay, so I've got Sunita Krishnan also joining us, and she's a well-known anti-trafficking activist who's done some great work that now the Supreme Court is recognizing and is looking at. Sunita, what did you think? I mean, it's interesting how the audience here of young people that we have saw it differently. Many saying they were happy that they saw people coming forward to try and help this girl, but another young woman felt that people were actually reluctant. It's only this one woman in that crowd who kind of made a noise and forced everyone else to speak up. How did you see it?
I think it's heartening because even that one woman is the kind of hope for this country, because a lot of damage that is happening in sex crimes, right from very mild sex crimes like eve-teasing and molestation, comes from our silence, and not only from the side of the victim who remains silent, tolerates it, it's just a comment, it's just something, and just walks away, or starts. Maybe there are girls who change the route to their college because some boys are standing in that particular road. Parents will say, don't go by that road, go by this road. So we've kind of found ways to avoid and not confront. And therefore, in that kind of an environment, even if one voice has spoken up, it's a matter of great hope, in my opinion.
I think that's
But I think also we need to start.
Go ahead.
We need to really talk about, about men and boys. What gives boys and men the kind of license to do what they want to do in the roads and the buses and any public space? And today we need to start questioning, for me it's not just women's safety. For me, more than women's safety, it's about the attitude and perception of the men that we need to talk about. We need to start talking about how do we bring up our boys, how do we bring up our men around us.
Yeah.
Because too much is spoken about women's safety. Very less is spoken about the attitude of that man.
Yeah, absolutely.
What made him click that photograph?
Yeah, and there are so many of them who do it, and women, who live not just in Delhi but in many parts of this country will tell you that it is something they encounter, on a regular basis.